Good evening, everyone. My topic is all about analyzing problem behavior. Analyzing problem behavior means understanding the why behind a child's action. It involves looking beyond the surface to uncover patterns, needs, and influences driving that behavior. These are the events in child's life. Events or changes in a child's life can greatly influence behavior. This may include family changes. For example, divorce, new sibling, and moving homes. And the second one is stress. For example, struggles at home or caregiver conflict. And the third one is inconsistent caregiving. For example, changing caregivers or routines. Lastly, creating appropriate interventions. Take note, children may not verbalize feelings but show them through behavior. And that's all in my topic. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.
Hello to each and everyone. Welcome to today's lesson. Our topic is understanding triggers, also known as antecedents and consequences for behavior. By the end of the lessons, you'll learn why behaviors happen and how we can respond more effectively, especially in our learners or in our children. So let us know about the triggers. What is triggers? Let's start with triggers. Triggers or antecedents are events that happen right before behavior occurs. In simple words, it's what sets off a reaction. Examples of this, first of all, is the transitions or changes in activity. Then being told or saying no or denied something. Like say for example, we said to our learners or our children that we said that no, don't play or something like no, don't go over there like that. And especially when it's come to like too much noise or over stimulation, like something they hear something that they trigger their feelings or reaction. And then like fatigue, hunger or discomfort, they trigger about that. And lastly, the and frustration or conflict, like they feel something like that, they trigger their feelings or reaction. Remember, triggers are different for everyone. What bothers one student may not affect another. Sometimes unclear instructions or sudden changes can cause confusion or anxiety, and that can lead to challenging behavior. So when we understand triggers, we can make adjustment to prevent problems before they even start. Next, let's talk about consequences. Consequences are what happen after a behavior. They determine whether that behavior is likely to happen again. There are two different types of consequences. The first one is the positive reinforcement, giving attention or rewards after a behavior which might actually increase. And then the second one is the negative reinforcement, which is to removing something unpleasant like skipping a task, which can also increase behavior. The most effective approach is to teach replacement behavior, showing the right way to express needs or feelings. Example, instead of yelling a student, we can learn to say, "I need a break." That's a positive and healthy response. But before I end my lesson, let's have a game first. Come on. Now, let's have a little fun. It's time to play. Guess the trigger. I'll show you a few short scenes. Your job is to figure out what triggered the behavior. Ready? I will show you the image of student frowning after being told they can't play. What do you think triggered this? Yes, being told no or denied something. I will show you a child covering ears in a noisy classroom. What's the trigger here? Correct. Overstimulation, it's just too loud. Next, I will show you student with head down or tired. What might be the trigger? That's right, fatigue or tiredness. Lastly, I will show you two students arguing. What caused their behavior? Exactly, peer conflict or frustration.
Hello everyone, I am Sheena Miriam Gulio and it is the continuation of the topic which is the child problem behaviors, and it includes the some common child needs and dealing with problem behaviors, or on how to deal with the children's problem behaviors. So let's move along to some common child needs. Here, children often show up problem behaviors when their needs are not fully met. First, the child needs attention and connection. Every child wants to feel loved, valued, and noticed, of course. Kasi tayo nga is we want to feel to, diba? And here, for example, kapag nasa school, kapag hindi tinatawag ng isang teacher yung bata sa recitation, nangyayari is sumisigaw yung bata and he or she acting silly just to catch the attention of the teacher. Next is the autonomy and control. Kids want to feel they can make choices and be independent. So as a caregiver, we need to give them a option. For example, kapag sa susuotin ng bata, let's give them a option kung alin ba yung gusto niya. Kasi if bibigyan natin sila ng bagay na hindi niya gusto, or masusundin natin yung sarili natin without knowing kung ano yung gusto niya, is it can lead to tantrum, and we need to teach them on how to become independent in different ways. Next is the communication challenges. When they can express needs clearly, they may act out. For example, kapag yung bata is nagugutom and hindi niya alam kung paano sasabihin ito, or he or she don't know on how to express it, yun nangyayari is nangangagat, nanunulak, or nanuntok just to show them na, or ito yung ginagawa niyang way para sabihin na nagugutom siya. Lastly is the consistency and predictability. We know naman na the routines make children safe and secure, so that we need to make sure na yung routines and schedule natin is consistent, because a child become anxious or misbehave when there is a sudden schedule change. For example, yung mga may ADHD, sila yung mas nahihirapan mag-adapt sa changes or sa schedule changes compare sa mga normal child. So, how to build children's behavior? We need to support children by preventing problems and teaching better skills, not to punish them. So, here are the strategies. First, preventive approaches. We need to avoid triggers and create a safe environment wherein everyone feels belong, safe, and secure. We need to use a visual schedule so students know what happened next, and provide a quiet corner for calming down. Second one is teaching skills. It is equip children with communication, social, and emotional tools. We need to teach a child to say, "Help please," instead of grabbing or crying. We need to teach them on how to have a good attitude. For example, the word po and opo kapag sa ibang classmates niya. And also sa mas nakakatanda sa kanya. The next one is positive reinforcement. We need to encourage desired behaviors by rewarding them and appreciate even the small things, and also we need to praise them in a good way. And we need to give them for example, yung mga sticker charts, yung mga star, so that mas ma-motivate pa sila na mag-aral and pumasok sa school and gumawa ng best nila as always. Lastly is the collaboration with families. It ensures consistent strategies at home and school. The teachers must share behavior plan with parents, so both use name calm down techniques. And that's all po. Thank you for watching.